Welcome back into the Sports Source, this segment of our program, brought to you by Topoco Lodge. They are going to be closing for the season on December 23rd. Going to be getting out of there so folks can enjoy a holiday with their families. But if you're looking for a great holiday retreat with all the decorations you see there, the hot chocolate, the fireplace, even great gifts in their retail store, get to Topoco Lodge this week or next week. Great place to go up and stay. I bet it's beautiful right now. The snow today. Bet it's beautiful up there. Great place to stay. Also a great place just to go up and grab a bite to eat or just to check it out. Stop by the fire, sit there, sip some hot chocolate by the river. Topoco Lodge. Okay, guys. Tyson Helton left 2 weeks ago. Now the head coach at Western Kentucky. There are rumors, though, that possibly Kevin Shearer, your co-defensive coordinator, could be going to Georgia possibly with Mel Tucker. Could be going back to Georgia, possibly. That rumor's been out there. But the more serious rumor, in my view, is the fact that Maryland alum Craig Fitzgerald, your strength and conditioning coach, a position that's had a little bit of turnover here, he could be targeted by Mike Locksley, who he was friends with and has worked with in the past. And, of course, if you're sitting there thinking, well, they're not going to be able to pay Tennessee-type money, it's Maryland with all that Under Armour cash. So, to me, and I'll ask you, I think Craig Fitzgerald's the one guy on this staff you cannot lose. Anybody disagree with that, or are we in agreement that of all the guys, no offense to Shearer, but better keep hold of this guy?
Well, and the one thing I think with Fitzgerald, if you look at it this year, the improvement in Tennessee, not so much from how they played, but they got better, but the lack of injuries, right? You didn't see guys falling off left and right. That is a direct reflection of your strength and conditioning program, that you're doing the right things, that you are getting the kids fit, you're training the correct muscles so they don't get injuries. We didn't see as many knee injuries. We didn't see any shoulder injuries. We did see some guys get banged up and bumped up, but not nearly like they've had in the past.
They led the nation in the previous 2 years.
And that is direct reflection of what Fitzgerald has been able to do to come in and put eyes on this program and fix it quickly. You can't afford to lose that guy because you're thin as it is to begin with. So what improvement will you see from year 1 to year 2 with these kids, especially a full offseason, everything into play? That's one you don't want to lose.
Yeah, it's a big line of scrimmage offseason as well. So I think you want as much consistency as you can find from last offseason to this year for guys on the offensive and the defensive lines. Those guys that you were hoping can take a big step. You have to replace your senior defensive linemen. But across the board, all the newcomers that are coming in, you just want to find consistency. Plus, if you really like Fitzgerald as a coach, you don't want to lose a guy that's so well respected.
If you ask me what are the two things that people should be hoping for or should be looking at as signs of hope for next year, one, Pruitt won't be a freshman coach anymore. You know he made mistakes. First-time coaches will. Next year he won't be a first-time coach anymore. The other thing, you're going to have 2 straight years in the same strength and conditioning system. If you lose Fitzgerald and you lose that, yikes. A defensive back left this week. We talked about this the last game of the season, the last Sunday of the season. We asked, Pruitt's spent a lot of time talking about, I'm going to replace these guys with new guys. And we asked, are there some contributors who might take off? And Marquell Osborne, who played key minutes down the stretch, had 2 interceptions against Kentucky. He's hitting the transfer road. Do you think there are other guys that are contributors that may take off, Brian?
Oh, yeah, there's definitely be other guys. I can't say exactly who, because I don't know their exact situation, but when you have a coach that's constantly telling the media that he wants new players in, and he's going to replace people, you got to get the old players out, you're going to see people take initiative by themselves to get out of there before they show him the door. So it's going to be a common theme. I feel like you're going to see some people finding new homes and just finding new opportunities, and that gives us more opportunities to get different type of people on the field.
The trick is you've only got so many guys you can sign, though. It's no longer the old days where you could bring in, we lost another one, we'll sign 31. Can't do that anymore. Josh, your thoughts on Marquell Osborne taking off?
Yes, my immediate reaction was, okay, who's next and how many will be the final total with the attrition for Tennessee? And the defensive side, probably both sides of the football, but linebacker and then the secondary. Marquell's one defensive back that's leaving, but linebacker Corte Sapp is a guy that just graduated, so he can be a grad transfer if he wants to, and he didn't have the season I don't think he wanted at Tennessee, some different things there with the coaching staff. So linebacker and secondary I'll continue to watch.
And Kirkland almost left last offseason.
Yeah, he's already talked about publicly transferring once.
Yeah, so you've got that to be concerned about. And here's the thing, you're going to have also guys that didn't contribute that they're going to flush out of the system. So that's not what I'm talking about. My thing is you've got quality, you've got some depth. I don't know if it's quality depth, but if you lose that 2, that may not be what you're looking for in year 2 if you're too thin there because you can't get all those signed back in 1 year.
And Brian's right. The players hear what the coaches say.
Oh, yeah.
They heard that this season.
Sure. When we come back, I'm going to talk to Josh about the early signing period. We're going to show you our big board that we used on our Fox show yesterday in terms of good shots, long shots, locks, guys that are most likely to sign for Tennessee during the December signing period. But does Tennessee have the right momentum right now? And what was it? Brian and Mike were both out-of-state guys. What made them choose Tennessee? We'll ask them that. Come on back on the Sports Source.